Greetings everybody, welcome back to the second division in Spain where we are trying to get promoted with Deportivo La Coruna after an eternity in the doldrums. You can see there on the right hand side of the screen that we are currently top of the league on 46 points. That puts us 9 points clear of the next nearest competitor, Racing Santander. Looking at the bottom left of the screen, you will see our last result, which took place off camera. And I actually thought, you know what, I'll give it a go on Superstar. And we somehow managed to absolutely smash Huesca 2-0 away from home. However, I am a massive wimp, so I've gone back on camera to top player so that we can have a bit more entertainment. So today's match is against Sporting Gijón. So it should be an interesting match. I don't know where they are in the table at the moment. Looks like they're mid-table in 10th place. 25 points so far this season. They've won as many as they've lost, and it looks like they're reasonably free scoring, but they are even worse. They are free conceding even more. So a goal difference of +2 only. So let's see what today brings. As for news on contracts, we had a couple of offers in. One for Yarmolenko for 19 million. I told them to get in the bin, and one for Victor Malejo, who is going nowhere. He is a talisman for this team. I have no interest in selling him whatsoever. We also had a bid for Bergantinios, and I actually tried to argue them up to his release fee, but they weren't having anything of it, and they left it knowing that he only had 6 months left on his contract and that he would more than likely leave on a free at the end of the season. I have, however, offered him a new contract, and it's a 3-year contract, about £4,000 a week. We'll see if he takes us up on it. He's not a bad player. He will improve in the future. He's only 19 years old. So he's a player that we're certainly not going to suffer from having on the books. If anything, he'll be worth a lot more further down the line. So it's not going to harm us to hang on to him just for the rest of this season, possibly into next season. Let's have a look at the lineups today. It's going to be blue versus red. We are at home, and we've got a few players who are not in the best of form. Peru Nolaskain, I can't say his bloody name. I should sell him. I should just sell him. I can't say his name. He is going to be put on the bench in the place. Arbia comes in for him, and in defensive midfield, I'm tempted. I'm very, very tempted just to sweeten the pot a little bit, just to give Bergantinios a game. And Luis Silva. Bonaventura is no longer injured, but he is well out of form, so he can stay outside of the matchday squad today. Galoppo will get his place on the bench alongside Shelby and Arau as our midfield options. Let's give. I'm tempted to give Rene another game actually as well, because even though his passing isn't too great, he has been fantastic for us going forward. And with the sad news that Jetro Willems will be retiring at the end of this season, we need to start seeing some real development in Rene if he's going to take over as the number 3 in this side. So let's get into the game today. Fingers crossed it will be a good game for us. I've taken a little break away from playing, so I could be slightly rusty. I've been watching a fair amount of snooker. Any snooker fans will probably be aware that Ronnie O'Sullivan just equalled Steve Davis for the most for 6 World Championships, and he's only one behind Stephen Hendry to tie for the most World Championships won by an individual player. Fantastic performance by Ronnie O'Sullivan, winning 8 straight games to secure the championship today. I'm recording on a Sunday. For those of you who are a little bit confused as to why I'm saying today when referring to something that happened technically yesterday, if you're watching this on the day of release. I'm hoping there won't be too much clashing going on between the blue shorts and socks of the two teams. The shirts are very, very different. And from a distance, I don't think there's going to be an issue. Here we go. So we kick off. Bergantinios in the middle of the pitch, moves it out to the right back, David Carmona, who brings the ball forward, and he's not seeing much resistance, so he continues in his attacking movement. Shibazaki moves it inside to Yarmolenko, who looks up for options, moves it out to Rene, who is getting a start in the game today. The manager, having seen enough from him recently to have faith in his ability to do something for them. Here's Malejo. Oh my word, what a start this is! And what a pass through to Malejo that was as well. Goodness gracious me, 4 minutes on the clock. A nice little turn there. The number 14, Yarmolenko, just playing the ball simple into Shibazaki. And my goodness me, what a finish that was. Just dinked it round the corner. Didn't need to take a touch, literally just rifled it into the back of the net with that trademark dipping shot that Malejo has come to use so often. And it's 1-0 already to the home team. Goodness gracious me. Santana plays it forward. Header is won by a Gijón player. And the header from the defender finds his way back to Dani Jimenez. Hope you guys had a good weekend. For those of you in the UK, I imagine that you've been suffering from storms the same as we have down this end. Yarmolenko through to Momo. Can't hold on to the ball though. Had a chance to win it back there, but he's held off quite well. And the ball played forward into Vasquez, who can't get up to head it. And instead, Bergantinios is given the opportunity to pick the ball up for his team. Yarmolenko on the left-hand side. Out to Rene. Into Shibazaki now. Back to Yarmolenko. Looks for the through ball. Shibazaki finds it. Interesting pass. Yarmolenko here. Out to Rene. Deep cross. Berg heads it on to Yarmolenko, who manages to keep it in. Back out to Rene. Could find a dangerous cross here. Momo heads the ball back out to Rene. Third time's the charm for the fullback. Berg back to Rene. Interesting play here. Not exactly penetrative, but it's effective. It's 2-0. And Berg with another goal to his name. This has been a very good season for the centre forward. A slow start to his Deportivo career last season has given way to a rare run of form. Took one touch, and with more than a hint of the R2 button held down, curves it into the bottom corner past the goalkeeper. And Santana could have perhaps defended that better. Here we are, 19 minutes in, and it's 2-0 to Deportivo. And it seems as though 10th place and no match for the league leaders here. Medina plays a long ball forward to Vasquez, who's moved over from the right flank to the left. Conceição holds the ball off well, gets it to Manu Garcia in the central location. Moves it back out to the left. Here's Conceição again. Malejo doing his best to win the ball, and does momentarily. Medina with a ball into the box. Goalkeeper watches it go past, and I think the defender took a touch on it and put it behind for a corner kick to Gijón here, which will be taken right-footed by Manu Garcia. In-swing it into the box. Yarmolenko underneath. Heads it clear outside the box. Conceição picks it up on the edge of the area. Moves it out left to Unai Medina. Garcia now back to Medina. Good play between those two. Rene wins the ball on the opposite flank to his normal position. And away come Deportivo. That's a poor pass by Momo. He's given it away immediately. Back to Sporting Gijón. Arbia underneath the ball. Heads it back to the goalkeeper. That's a good piece of defending there. Cool under pressure. A few fans would have had their hearts in their mouths there, I think, seeing a header going back to the goalkeeper in such close proximity to an attacking player. Here's Shibazaki, plays it into Yarmolenko, to Malejo, Shibazaki running forward onto the ball down this right-hand side. Can he keep it in? Just about manages to. Can he find the cross? No, but the ball comes off of a defender, and it's going to be a corner kick to the home team, which will be taken here by... There must be better players to take it than Arbia. Apparently not, but I'm going to go with Momo. It's because that will free up Arbia to join the attack. So Momo on the left foot, going to swing it in here. Malejo at the near post. Goalkeeper comes out and is equal to it. Shibazaki takes a shot. Goalkeeper equal to the challenge. And Clementia plays it out to the right-hand side to Carmona. Interesting, another Carmona on the pitch playing in the right-back position. Carlos Carmona, this one. I wonder if they're related. If anyone knows, please don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. It's Conceição again. He's had a lot of the ball in this first half, but he's not really been massively effective with it. Mendes, long ball forward into Vasquez, who does an okay job of challenging for it, but doesn't manage to win the ball in the end, and it finds its way forward to Momo. And very quickly, Depor have turned defence into attack here. Yarmolenko inside to Bergantinios, who's had a pretty solid game for a 19-year-old prospect. Here's Berg, takes a couple of touches, steadies himself, and it's easy as pie for Berg. It's 3-0 now. The defenders did not get tight enough to him, and in the end it was like a training exercise. He took the touches, went wide of the goalkeeper, rounded him somewhat, and then put it into the back of the net. Look at that, absolutely nobody in attendance, and the big man sticks it away for his second and Deportivo's third. Might need to knock it back up to Superstar if this is what's going to happen every game. I don't want to go through another unbeaten season. It doesn't really feel realistic. Right, here we go. Bergantinios picks up the ball again. He's done a pretty good job of being where he needs to be during this match. Here's Momo. Sees the run of Berg. Gets it to him. Berg does a good job of holding it up. Rene into the centre for Berg. And it just finds its way loose. Fuego manages to move it out to Corchia on the right-hand side, and the long ball is aimless as the half-time whistle goes. And after 45 minutes of action here, it's Deportivo 3, Sporting Gijón 0. And I'm not sure Gijón have had a single chance on goal. There we go, 60% possession for Lothar Matthäus's Real club Deportivo La Coruna. One of only a handful of clubs in Spain to be granted the use of the word Real, which of course most Spanish fans will already know, but it means royal, and it is a word that in Spanish football is conferred to a team by the royal family. Real Madrid, Real Sociedad, two of the other football teams to have been blessed with the use of that name. Much like the royal warrant is issued to products in the UK when they are used by the royal family. I imagine that the Real suffix, was it prefix I should say, pardon me, English obviously my first language but not my best. But yeah, the Real prefix, I wonder if perhaps that is something which is conferred onto a team that is supported by a member of the royal family. Madrid, of course, long known to be a club that is supported by members of the royal family in Spain. Here's Yarmolenko. Let's get off the subject of royalty, shall we? And Yarmolenko, the leggy run. Nobody's looking to tackle him. Plays a through ball to Berg. This is easy stuff. Oh, Malejo! So close. He could have made it 4. And they're just not tracking these runners at all. Bergantinios is going to hit one here. Takes a deflection. And it takes most of the pace off the ball. Clementia very easily able to pick up the ball. That's a good pass there into Manu Garcia. Now Vasquez, they're changing their approach slightly, going for the ball across the ground, but Depor able to defend it nonetheless. Lejo, Berg, dipped over the top for Momo, who takes a touch, hits it. Oh, it's come off the crossbar. Sorry, not the crossbar, the post. Oh my word. They could have had 5 or 6 by now. It is all a little bit easy for Deportivo La Coruna here. Good strength from Momo. Plays it inside to Shibazaki, takes one touch, hits it. And Rene can't get to the loose ball, goes out for a corner after the goalkeeper got his hands to the shot. I'm going to have to check to see if there's been a patch applied since I last played, because something about this team feels better, feels snappier. Now might be a good time to try Superstar again. I think perhaps we might experiment with the game tomorrow. Just see how we get on. As I said, last time we played Superstar off camera, we did quite well. Unfortunately, I have to concentrate a lot more. Now, some of you will be very happy to hear that when playing Superstar, I'm probably not going to commentate as much. I know it's not to everyone's tastes, but it's just something that kind of naturally started happening on this channel. You'll be able to chart the history of it from the Newcastle save going forward. As the referee blows up and just warns Medina. I saw the foul. I'm not happy about it. I'm not going to book you this time. But you need to watch yourself. So a free kick on the right hand side of the penalty area. Malejo over the top of it. I don't think he can take a shot from this distance and this angle. I don't think it would trouble the goalkeeper. Might be worth a cheeky try though. Maybe into the far corner. Shall we try the far corner? Let's give it a go. Let's go for the far corner. Let's be cheeky. Oof. It felt good. It looked good. But in the end, the goalkeeper didn't have to move far to save it. It probably needed to be aimed further outside of the left-hand post, if anything. The whip on the ball was fantastic. Here we are again, though. Depor in control. And again, they're feeling very snappy. Very, very snappy indeed. Ball lobbed in. Berg underneath it. Here's Momo. Can't keep hold of possession, though. And Corchia eventually gets away with it. Plays it out to Carlos Carmona. Santana, they seem to have abandoned the long ball for the time being, instead preferring to play it along the floor. Vasquez heads it on. David Carmona able to pick up the loose ball, and away it comes with Yarmolenko now. I saw the run of Momo and he checked it. Let's make some changes so that we don't get caught out. What can we do change-wise? I think Shelvey can get another game and Shibazaki can come off. He's had a decent game, Shibazaki. Deserves a little bit of a rest. I don't want to cut Bergantinios' game short so he can stay on. Paco Montanez and Longo can have games today, I think. So there we go, a triple change lined up for the next break in play. The question, of course, is will we get one? And immediately the ball goes out to confirm we will. That's just how it works sometimes. So one bald Superstar leaves the pitch and another one enters the fray. Carmona, Shelvey's first touch very early on. Yarmolenko now plays it into Montanez, who has Carmona outside him and uses him. Back to Shelvey. Across to Yarmolenko. Nice control on the ball by Yarmolenko. A little bit of a Cruyff turn. Longo just needs to get up a little bit quicker there. A little bit lazy, the big man. Santana. Javi Vuego. Carmona's underneath this one, and he wins the header with aplomb. Shelvey across the Bergantinos, looking for the forward ball. And he finds it in the shape of Momo, who takes a decent first and second touch, looking to get around the player, and he does. Can he find the cross? He does. Longo. Oh my word. Well, should he have missed from there? I'm not going to say it was quite as glaring a miss as Sterling's in the Champions League, but my lord, it was almost easier to score, wasn't it? Clementia with the ball forward here. Arbia underneath. Can he get his head onto it? He gets something onto it. The ball ends up flying up in the air. And that's great from Montanez, who's playing in a very withdrawn position. Ball play through to Momo. This could be number 4 if he can get onto it. But he's beaten to it by the defender. Good defending. Speaking of good defending, there's Javi Montero with a cheeky little back heel. Shelvey through now. Longo. Can't get to it. There's something about these players. They feel better than last time I played with them. Maybe it's just the 3-0 victory talking. But these players feel like they've improved greatly. And as they applaud the home fans, celebrating the fact that they are still at the top of the table, and we look on a 3-0 victory with 2 goals from Berg, it's time to say goodbye. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.